Y'all have to start off by saying, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. God will do what he said he will do. He will stand by his word and he will get through. Say God will do what he said he will do. Hey. Anywho, y'all, I ain't getting on here for that today. I am getting on here to tell you guys, what was it, God? Okay, y'all, I just want y'all to know something. The people that are sitting behind the scene doing things to you, you got to understand that we come here on a mission, on assignment. Understand that. And see, when you sit down and take the time out to go on that journey and dig deep and to start healing yourself, right? To start pulling out the things that hurt, even if it wasn't your fault, right? Because when you're a child, you cannot, uh, you can't control what the adults around you do, right? And their narcissistic ways and their whatever it is that they done to you. And it's just crazy to me, right? I was sitting here thinking, and it was an incident that I had many, many years ago. Somebody had came into my house and did something to me, and I ended up calling the police. And the police seen that there was blood involved. This person had punched through the glass in my house, through our window, and there was blood involved. And being that this person had been drinking, I had told the police officer, when he came in, I said, no, you need to come here and see this. And he came in, when he seen it, he said, what the heck, all this blood, right? And he looked at me, he said, it's not coming from you. Like, I had a little scratch from the glass because I was standing by the window, and when they punched through, a glass had hit me in the eye, and it was blood coming down, but the amount of blood, he knew it wasn't from me. And so I said, well, I want to let you know that that person has been drinking, and because he was just going to come and take a police report, and then, the charges was going to go from there. But being that there was blood involved, he had to call a private investigator. And so he said, he been drinking too? I said, yeah. He said, oh yeah, we called it a private investigator. I said, you calling a what? He said, private investigator. He said, anytime there's blood involved, we supposed to call a private investigator. He said, I can see a little bit from person punched to a glass, I'll just take the report. He said, but that's too much. And if that person run off advantage and drop, gone, he said, because you drink and you bleed out, land somewhere and bleed out. He said that I ain't gonna be responsible for that, right? And you ain't either. He said, we calling a private investigator. If he go, that's on him. At that point, he was like, with him doing all that and stuff, because I was telling him about what was going on, he said, some people just, they deserve to leave out of here, the stuff that they be doing. Got lost in the sauce. Hold on, let me go back for a second. I was saying that when you do all the healing work, people think that you got to do all this extra stuff and run out there to gain justice for yourself. But see, sometimes God is allowing a whole bunch of things to go on in the background and people to do what it is that they doing towards you until you do the healing work on yourself, right? A lot of people are trying to take justice into their own hands, and they doing all this running around and they tiring themselves out, but you just don't understand that God don't want you doing none of that. He's calling a lot of us to rest, and I posted another video about this, right? And so when I was hearing about the things that was being done, and God began to reveal to me over the years the things that people was doing, when you first find out the amount of stuff that people are doing behind your back, and God start revealing to you things, it make you want to go out there and be like, oh, let me go down here and do this. Oh, let me go see about this. Let me go see about that. And it was a struggle. It was wearing me out by even thinking about getting up and doing it, because it was so much. And God showed me something, right? It was like every time I would go out there and try to go see what was going on, or see if something was left for me, or to see this, it's like I would instantly get extremely tired. And I could have took that in multiple different ways, but I took it as in a way that God was calling me to take the time out to sit down and look and heal within myself. One thing about God is that God is going to do the work for you. You understand? When you doing the work that God wants you to do, and the healing and all these things, and taking a look at the things that might have hurt you in your past, one thing about it is that God is going to go above and beyond to make sure that people go above and beyond for you in the background, even if a million people don't like you. I need y'all to understand something. And so, anyways, let me get back to what I was saying. So when a private investigator got there, the private investigator, I said bare minimum of what actually happened. And I was the type of person, like, even though a person might have did something to me bad, I didn't want to get that person in trouble, especially our kind. They say black man always in trouble, and they always trying to do this, right? And I had people around me that was gaslighting me like that, narcissistic people, and people that had narcissistic traits, the same people who abused me, telling me about how black women doing to black men. But they was just as bad as that person I was dealing with, right? Training their daughters and they grandkids to be these type of way, even their sons to be these type of way. And that's why you got to be careful on who the authority person around you and what part they played in your life, and take the time and see. This is why God is calling a lot of us to heal, because a lot of these people are playing these roles in our life, and we told it it's supposed to be like this, and we told it's supposed to be like that. And a lot of us are dealing with these things, and you thinking it's okay when you're getting into relationships with people that's the same way as your parents, because you was raised around it. And see, I never knew what a narcissist was, because my people around me was like that, very much so like that, and 10 times worse, abusive and everything. And so, like, physically abusive, mentally, emotionally, physically, every type of abuse you can think of. Passed away, y'all. Let me keep it moving, because I get stuck. after my son passed away, God took me on a long journey, and I said to myself, "Oh my God, what a time! What a time to start revealing people to me! What a time, right?" And it was forced because the amount of stuff that I was going on my way to do for people, right? You know, when some of us get any type of money, or we get a big break, or whatever that thing is, we go out there and we helping everybody, and our cup is barely full, and we going out there and emptying it back out. A lot of us are like that. You got some people that's not, but you got a handful of us that is like that. And I was one of them people that I was so narcissistically abused. I was trying to please and mentally, emotionally, and physically abused, that I was out there trying to prove myself to everybody, like, you know, trying to gain everybody's favor. And, you know, if I do this, then, you know, they accept me. They going through this and this hardship, then if I can, even if I don't got much, but my time, I was giving it. And see, over the years, I find these people were trying to cost me my life, right? God went to revealing things to me and started showing me what people was doing and why they was doing it, the money hungriness behind it, trying to cost me my life. Y'all, I can tell y'all some things on top of some things. Your mouth will be hanging open and you will call me a liar when I tell you. And God is still revealing things, right? And so that's why God won't allow me to reveal so much. So I'm going to keep it subtle, right? Because things are still going on. But anyways, when this detective came to my house, I don't know who I'm saying this for, but when this detective came to my house, a lot of people think that the police force is stupid or they can get over on them. Everything is about money. Everybody not about money. Some people want to feel good within themselves to know that they saw some stuff and they did some stuff, right? And they did the right thing, and everybody not wrong. Everybody not messed up out here. Everybody not crooked, right? And what I notice is on a lot of these platforms, they try to push a lot of the crooked, and you can't trust you can't trust them, and they all the same. A lot of people are, but God was in that 1 out of a million that's ready to fight for you, that's ready to go to war on your behalf, and it ain't gonna stop, and they'll leave up out of here doing it, but because they got integrity. Right? They in it for the right reasons. They not in it because of whatever else. They don't even care about the money. They in it because there's something in them that wants to push forward to do the right thing towards somebody. Right? When somebody look and see that somebody's being done wrong and they got a million people against one, something in them just push them forward, like, I'm gonna take this on because that person gotta be backed by the Most High God. Something huge to still be here from some of the things we discovered. That person is not supposed to be here. So I'm going over there with her, and it's gonna be 2 against a million. Because God is gonna bless me tremendously for looking out for that person and going above and beyond. And I'm gonna keep my head on my shoulders at the end of this. You understand? Let me go back. Hold on, y'all. Let's step back for a minute. Anyways, when this private investigator came, the private investigator says, I said bare minimum because I didn't want to get this person in trouble. I think that was one of the worst mistakes that I could have ever did, was try to get this person chances to correct their behavior. The more I gave this person chances to correct their behavior, the worse they got, and the more they felt like they can get away with doing stuff. Then come to find out over the years that the reason why this person came in and felt so comfortable to do the things that it is that they was doing, because it wasn't even called for. When I look back over a lot of the things, it wasn't called for. And see, a lot of times when you in it, you can't take that step back and look, because them type of people, they try to keep you wrapped up in the bullshit so you can never take a look. And as soon as you start to question it, they keep so much drama, and so look at me, bow right in the kisser. Look at me, don't look over there, don't you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that going on because people that got sent towards y'all and to take y'all lives, to take out insurance policies, to steal from y'all, to steal inheritance, all kind of stuff. These people have been doing behind the scenes. A lot of y'all spouses is not even they are there for the wrong reasons. They have got sent towards y'all. So you got to be careful with meeting up with people that know this person, that know that person, or even somebody that's approaching. They not even your friend on social media, but they messaging you, hey, how you doing? That's somebody been sent towards you. And so I'm not going to go too deep off into that. Anyways, this private investigator came in. I told him bare minimum because of the way I was brainwashed to not try to get the black man in trouble, and all these things, right? And so when I came in, I said bare minimum to him, and that person told me everything that happened from the beginning to the end. He told me the possibilities of what the argument could have even been about. This is how intuitive and how embedded in this work that this man, he took pride in his work. And so I looked at him, and I couldn't believe that he knew everything that happened from the start to the finish and in between and all the way up to the end, and what about what was going to happen next, right? This person called this person a serial sociopath, or called him a serial something, right? And I said, what? Right? That's a serious name he put on there. He said, it's not that he's going around here like offing people. He said, but that's a potential too. He said, but these type of people study who they coming forward to, and then they come and act. He said, because none of it's making sense on what you're saying, why this person actually did it. So he said, did anything go on last week or the week before? So I'm like, what? So he said, I said, well, I went out about a week ago, and I said, he was supposed to be watching the kids. I said, but he ended up coming out and meet me there and everything. And he said, he supposed to be watching the kids, but he go take the kids and drop them off and then come where you at, stand off in the corner of the bar for probably about an hour when you didn't even know he was there, watching your interactions and all these things, right? And so I thought about it. He said he's not a drunk, for one. He's not a alcoholic, for one. He's not none of them things. He said these type of people hide behind the alcohol, the drugs, the liquor, whatever it is that their choice is of weapon is. Because to not be an alcoholic or a drug into hide behind those type of things from when you go to do something. That's like a person going out having a few beers or having a one shot, actually not drunk at all, and then just so they can have the smell on them, and then come and show they ever live it ass. Come in and show they ever live it ass about something they get caught doing. You understand? These type of people are being sent towards you. Be more attentive and more careful and more observant on the people that you're allowing to come around you and their move, because sometimes you can get caught up in the wind of it. And another thing is that this person kept coming around me even after I kept having to call the police and tell them to stay the hell away from me. Even after the police coming to my house and telling this person don't show back up to her front door. Even after I had to move all the way across town from where I was staying, never told this person where I was at, and they popped up 2 to 3 days after I had moved, and only 2 people, one family member and a friend, had knew where I had moved to. Y'all hadn't even moved my stuff out of the house. I was no longer with this person. Told them several times I want to be with you, and this person had followed me everywhere and just would not let go. It was thought out. And see, when I look back over it, the people that was in my life at that time, the family members, they were promoting this black man against the black woman type of thing. You understand? Because because people dealing with this and dealing with that, and the black man and the black woman and the black, and the Black Panthers. You understand? When I look back over all of that, and it was so many people involved in this thing, and you got to understand that we are so high ranked in spirit that we're really unable to be touched, right? A lot of us are nothing but mere tools. Be careful in this season taking credit for the Most High God's work. When a lot of you come out through the other side, a lot of the times it's not because of our own will and our own strength. It's on borrowed time, energy, strength, and essence. Borrowed. Understand? Hear me clear. Hear me roar. Borrowed from the Most High God. Borrowed from a higher source, light, the sun, Ra, whatever name and vision you get, because it's like a whole bunch of controversy over the name and where it come from and what it look like and all of these things. I don't want to get stuck on that. And so anyways, I was saying that by the time basically this guy told me all these things, when he left out of my house, I sat there and I thought to myself, this was years and years and years ago. And this person that I'm talking about, the ex, he's still following me around. Still to this day doing stuff. Still hooking up with people. Still doing stuff. Still. Hacking into stuff. Doing this, doing that. Still. Just won't stop. I'm somewhere else off in the cousin. Follow me around staying at. Following around and connecting with certain family members of mine to stay in contact with me. So I had to get to the point where I can't let nobody around me because they're still in contact with this person and telling them about what I'm doing in my current life. And you wondering why these people feel so comfortable to keep following you around. Because this person got sent towards you in the first place. A lot of people never thought the day that we would figure out what it was that they was going through. I mean, what it is that they was doing and what it is that they was sending towards us and what it is that they was doing and why they was doing it. A lot of people never expected for a lot of us to find out what was actually going on behind the scene. Then it went so far as to some of these people, the reason why they was getting away with it is that they was getting away with so long is because they had people in corrupted people in high places trying to turn the attention towards you. She just a hoe. He just want to save her. He just in love with her. That's it. He in love with her, and she a hoe, and she out there Jezebel like, and he been just trying to tame her because her family said she's slow. He's slow. They just need help. Got you like out here like the dearest old dearest, but yet you been out here since God knows when, taking care of yourself, having your own place since the age of 17, 18 years old, taking care of everything, your own business, your own bills, and this person come in your life and destroy everything in a couple years. Everything you took years to build, they take a couple months to destroy it. But the reason why it only took a couple months for them to destroy everything you did in your whole life is because they had the help of in the backing of your family. But see, what they didn't understand is that you came here for this. You came here to do a damn thing. You came here because the Most High God seen that it was people that came before you who went through the same thing as you, and some of them did not make it. Some of them had to run for their damn lives. And God seen fit that you come down here and do the rest of the job. But understand this, regardless if your people came before you, fell off, trust and believe you me, they carried you somewhere in spirit so you can carry out the thing out the rest of the way. So whoever came before you, don't look at them as damn they failed. Dang, they got them. No, they did just enough for the next person. And that person did just enough for the next person. And that person did just enough for you to go ahead and carry out the rest of the way so you can get everything that was ever supposed to come to everybody before you who went through the same thing. I need y'all to understand that. And so, I just want to tell y'all, we in the fourth quarter, baby. I've been saying this. We've been in the fourth quarter. Now, I had so many videos I've been trying to put out, y'all. I paid $30 for storage in my phone. It's still not going out. I set my phone delayed on my end, but I'm pretty sure when I go to post, it ain't going to show that it's delayed. But y'all have a blessed one. I just want to tell y'all to hold on. I'm going to try to see if I can save my videos. For some reason, they're not saving. How they saying I ain't got no space, but I done recorded 100 more videos after that. If you ain't got no space, you ain't got no space. So today it'll say I ain't got no space, and then I might record about an hour later, and all of a sudden I got space and stuff to record, but I ain't got enough space to save it, put it together, and put it on because it's being stopped and blocked. And a lot of people say, "Oh, it's God blocking you." It ain't God blocking you. It's people hacking into your phones that's trying to block you. It's people. The reason why my phone is moving slow, it's not showing on the y'all end. When I go to stop the video, it don't show. But while I'm recording right now, it's moving extremely slow because my phone is being hacked into. But I just want to say, get ready. Get ready for your blessing, for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Hey, let me tell y'all a song that been coming to me. What's the name of that song, y'all? I did a video about it yesterday. And I couldn't put it was only a 10 no, it was about that one was a 20-minute video, and it wouldn't even let me say that. My other one's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, all that stuff. It'll let me save it on one of my things that's still connected all together, but it won't let me save it on my phone because somebody is constantly hacking it too. One old friend of mine messaged me and said, "Hey, somebody sent," he said, "I know it wasn't you, but somebody sent me videos and pictures of you." He said, "I ain't talked to you in years. Somebody sent me videos and pictures, but the videos and pictures didn't make sense. But it was like of me, maybe like cooking or something like that." And I said, "Was it a video that I posted on my stuff that maybe I accidentally sent?" He said, "No." He was like a weird angle video, like you doing something like you weren't even paying attention and being recorded. Like you was, somebody was recording you and you wasn't paying attention. Weird angles of you. Like maybe I got my phone like this and somebody in on the other end, and I might be talking looking like this or something to somebody in my house. But being that somebody hacking into my phone, they like screen recording and then sending it off to different people, doing all this crazy stuff in my stuff. I done switched my password so many times, so it's somebody hacking into my actual cell phone provider service and my iCloud and all these things. I can't even switch my iCloud thing, but it's all right. Cause get ready for your blessing, for your blessing. Get ready, y'all. I'll be back. I got to go. I'll see y'all later. And I rejoice today, I shall recover it all. And I rejoice today, God shall recover it all. Take back what the devil stole from me. Yeah, that is the song that God gave me. Take back what the devil stole from me, and I rejoice today. I shall recover it all. I couldn't sing the whole song because I don't want it to get flagged, but that's the song that God has been giving me. But I also want to say to y'all, God is getting ready to recover everything that has been stolen from some of us, as well as I was saying too about the prosecutor. Y'all got so off subject. I told you I got to work with me, but I was saying that not prosecutor, but the investigator that came through in my house when he said he had to call an investigator person over to my house, detective, whatever it was, whatever he was. I just want to say that when people out here doing stuff, right, and you get away scot-free, like just say if you got a traffic ticket, a lot of people go to their courtrooms and they might have like little petty things they get through out, right? They don't take anything serious. But I want to tell y'all something. When it comes to big things, people doing crazy stuff, trying to off people and all this stuff, man, a lot of people think that they don't be known. When I start talking, here they go calling. People that I don't talk to, here they go calling. Don't talk to them. But anyways, I was saying that a lot of people think that they can outsmart these detectives and these investigators. Like, if you get off on something, it gotta be a trick to a trade or something going on, and it ain't my business. But all I'm saying is that just from that man coming to my house that day, God showed me something. God showed me something, and that let me know right then and there many years ago that I was never going to go out there and do nothing crazy. Right? You don't never say never, but my intentions, like me to sit there and dwell and think that I'm going to go out there and do something, take it among myself to do something to somebody, or to be crooked, or be going to behind the scene doing some major type of crime. I'm not playing like that. I ain't going down like that. When that man came to my house and told me from the rooter to the tutor, from the beginning to the end, from the day that God created to the day it came to the middle and the end, when I sit there and watch that man tell me everything that possibly could have been, would have been, and did not be, and what's going to happen next, premonition style, that let me know that I'm not going out there playing like that with nobody's money, with no money, with the government, none of it. I just want to let y'all know. When I seen that day, and I barely gave that man any information, bare minimum what happened and what, went on. Kind of just said, he came in tripping, whatever, this happened, that happened. He said, what happened before then? I said, well, he just came in and I just went to the grocery store, gave me a couple hours to go to the grocery store. I went to the grocery store and whoop and da-da-da-da-da. Right? I kind of stayed surface level with it. That man said, and then he went up there, he did this. He came back down the stairs because I see that. And then, did he try to kill you? He said, I think that he was going to try to kill you or take you out and hurt you enough to where it would scare you to say something to somebody. But the way he broke it down in the way and the movement and the actions and what that person was doing, how that person did and what he felt like they was doing before he even led up to that point, And how when they left, that person was going to try to show back up, that he advised me to, while they were still there, for me to go ahead and get what I needed to get out of the house and go stay at somebody else's house for a couple days. And lo and behold, that person did show back up to my house, because it was somebody that stayed over there in my I was standing in a townhouse, and they called me and said, he's back at your house. He back outside your freaking door trying to get in that freaking house, bro. I said, call the police on his ass. I'm not playing like this. And what that person did was, throughout that situationship, they tried to act like they did a 360. And what they kept trying to do was like, get me back with the police. I'm going to call the police on you. I'm going to do something to you. And then after I do it, I'm going to hurt and call the police. When you have crooked ass family members around you, certain patterns are all too well. And so I know that that person was getting to do that off of a authority figure in my life. What's so crazy is that the whole time that I was dealing with this person, these people turned a blind eye and they knew exactly what was happening, because they paid this person to do it. Ain't nobody gonna feel that comfortable to come up into your life knowing that certain people in your life did time behind certain things, unless they involved with those people. You understand? And so, and the way that this person, when I look back over it, the way that they was doing stuff, even in a situation when it was too close to home. But what's crazy is that the whole time I was dealing with this person, none of them seemed to know each other, talk to each other, very extended like. And the day that my son passed away, his funeral and his, what is that called? The repast came around. These people were so disrespectful in my family that they did not show up to the fucking funeral, but had the nerve to show up to my son's repast. The homegirl at the time, before they had got her involved in the thing as well, she's an older woman. She was like in her 50s, mid to late 50s. And at my son's repast, she said to me, she said, something fishy in this motherfucker. This was her exact words to me. And I said, what's going on? What you think? She said, she said, they don't know each other. I said, She said, why it seemed like, she said, nobody supposed to know nobody, but yet everybody on everybody's side looked like they know everybody. Because it was my side, like some of my friends, some of my mother's side of the family, dad's side of the family, and then some of his people on each side of the family. But everybody, one thing that I noticed, and she noticed as well, is that everybody, nobody know nobody, nobody talks to nobody, nobody collaborate, everybody extended, but everybody looked like they knew everybody. God had cleared me up in a way to be able to pay attention by the time my son's funeral and repast got here. But after the funeral, I seen some real freaky shit. People was going on cruises, vacations. Everybody thought they was going to take off the back of me. People had sacrificial rituals going on and all kinds of junk. They had people in high places that they thought they just had it in the bag, until God said, oh yeah. So I just want to I'm not going to go into detail right now. I'm going to go as I go, because I don't want to get too caught up into certain things, because these things don't let me record so much. And I got to leave all the way across town to be able to post it. So once I put it together, I'm going to have to go all the way across town out of my region to be able to post on here, because all my stuff is cross-wired, rewired, put in, that, hacked into. And so it's too much weird stuff going on over here. So I'm going to leave the surface level for right now until God can get me out somewhere where I can express more over time. I have so many videos, y'all. And when I went back to put videos, and these videos was already put together, I already edited them and all this stuff. And when I went back to go to these videos, it was saying that this video can no longer be put together, because when I was trying to save it, this video can no longer be saved or put together, because the footage was no longer available. Why wouldn't the footage be available on my phone? Like the phone is doing all the focusing and all this weird stuff now. Why is my footage that I recorded in my phone that I had already put together saying that it's no longer available? Because the original footage was deleted out of my phone. So one of these family members of mine, or this person, the person that was the ex, they are involved in the phone service that I'm going to, that I go through right now. Y'all, let me record this so y'all can see how slow this is moving on my end. I need y'all to understand something. And then another thing, when I kept recording, I paid for $30 worth of storage, and it kept saying that it was full. It said I had 6 TB worth of storage, y'all. Just say the bar this long. It was showing that I only had used this much, and so it should have been still like a lot left. At the whole time I had my storage, I had not been able to use it. I paid for $30 worth of storage for nothing. And people say, oh, that's just the phone. No, my shit was being hacked into. When stuff is coming up missing, all these different downloads that I get, all the things that I've been sharing have coming up missing. By the time I go to repost it, by the time I get out the house to go on the other side of town to be able to post this, and it's saying footage is missing, my shit is being hacked into. Ain't nobody gonna shut me up. I don't care what type of high place you in. I don't give a damn who you friends with. I don't care about none of that. Ain't nobody gonna shut me up. Now, where's my camera at? So I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Hopefully I'll be able to put it in this, because for some reason these been doing separately. But when I'm recording, it's moving really slow. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's got a very, very bad delay. So what you see inside of here is what you see. But I just wanted to show y'all the bad delay. How my lips don't even line up. I recorded on them. Hopefully I might be able to insert it in so y'all can see. But I might just post it by itself. But my stuff's so delayed. It's like 20 people on my phone right now watching me. 100 millions probably. Who knows? Who knows who to hook my stuff up to something? Who knows where they can put my whatever the numbers is on the black web somewhere for people to watch me without my permission? Because I ain't getting nobody permission to watch me at all. But anyways, I ain't planning on. Have a good day. I'm getting on up off of here, and if it's God's will, hopefully I'll be back with God walking me down the aisle, talking about get your go get your blessing. You hear me? I'm trying to walk down. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll be back. All right.